Absolutely. So my next question is, where do boundary problems show up most often for leaders?
In leadership, that's probably the most common place that boundaries issues show up in a work setting between leaders and their teams, individuals and their bosses. And it's the reason why is because, as I said before, boundaries are about responsibility. Who's responsible for each other's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors? And if you're a leader, there's something set up in the organization that does make your team's behavior a reflection on you.
Mm.
And so it's hard to be clean about I'm not responsible for their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Because if I don't have any influence, let's say, over their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, that could be a negative reflection on me. It's the same at home with parents. Parents and leaders run into the same situations with boundaries because your kids, their behavior tends to be a reflection on you. Other people judge you by the behavior of your kids. Other people judge you in an organization by how your team is performing. So you get caught up in not being able to face a situation where someone on your team or one of your kids has behaved in a way that, let's say, embarrasses you or makes you look bad. If you can't handle that, then you end up crossing boundaries. You have to be very brave as a leader and very brave as a parent to be able to allow your people to mess up
Mm.
and to not get so caught up in that being a reflection on me.
Wow, I'm hearing how much personal work is required to be a leader and be a really great leader, or to be a parent and do it really well.
Yes, I think it takes a lot of work. And I would venture to say with a lot of confidence that the majority of leaders and parents struggle with this a lot. The boundaries get crossed all the time. But anybody willing to do a little bit of work on this will improve, right? They'll take it from here to here. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's always worth working on boundaries when you're in a leadership position or when you're a parent.
And that's where I could imagine then having a coach such as yourself could be really helpful with that because you're able to bring that experience, but ask the right questions to help the person do that internal growth work for each situation as it presents itself.
Exactly. Yep.